Hey everyone, Repoze here. I haven't uploaded a Dark and Darker video to this channel in a while, and I figured maybe it's time because I've been playing the semi wipe, which I really hate saying that because it just sounds like I'm making fun of myself by even calling it that, but that's what they're calling it, the semi wipe. So is there a reason to play the semi wipe? Maybe. So they did a few big things on this wipe. What they did is they changed keys. So now you can't take a gold key, skull key, mystical gem. You can't take any of those out of the dungeon. The reason they did this is because the way people are interacting with these items is they would just use them to store wealth, basically. Because the skull key would be worth like 50,000 gold on the market. So if you wanted to hold 50,000 gold in a 1x2 slot in your stash, you'd buy a skull key. Because of this, people just wouldn't really run these items. Like, it was really rare for people to actually loot a skull key off a boss and then go use the skull key on the skull door or whatever it is. So now the drop rate is way higher on these items. Like, I think I heard it's like a 100% drop rate or something to get a skull key off the boss, or like I don't know if that's true, maybe it's 50%, but yeah, apparently it's super high right now. Either way, they're super common, and when you get one, you know, you just run it, because if you don't run it, it's gonna get deleted. I think it's a really good change. Some people don't like it because they say, oh, like how are people gonna hold wealth? It's just gonna become a different item. But the difference is the keys are actually like content within the game. Whereas, like, let's say people think it's going to go to unique diamonds, maybe will be the way to hold money. And even if that's true, that doesn't really impact the gameplay loop as much as the keys do, because the keys are actually a part of the dungeon that just weren't getting interacted with. Where if it's a, you know, unique diamonds, let's just say, are the new skull keys in terms of holding money, that won't really affect the game that much, like, at all, in my opinion. So I think that's good. The next change they did is that high roller maps are random. So like, let's just say, actually, let me talk about the queues first. So you can queue solo, duo, trio on every single map in normals, but if you want to queue in high roller, you can use solo, duo, trio on any map, but it's randomly chosen. So you don't know which map you're gonna get when you queue high roller. Now, this is kind of a controversial change because most people just kind of hate the ice map. I think most people I talk to, like, they don't mind goblin caves, they don't mind crypts, but most people hate the ice caves, and that's gonna be a reason why they don't like this change. But I think this change isn't that bad. The reason I think that is because in my video that I made, Is Dark and Darker Dead, one of my big problems with the game was that there's too many queues splitting the player base. Some people think that I said for some reason to remove solos and duos in this video. I didn't say that. I said they should try something to reduce the amount of queues, and this change, randomizing the map that gets chosen in high roller, does that. Now, the problem is, like I said, a lot of people don't like the ice caves, but if they just made every map good, then I think this change is good. I think, you know, it gets people into every dungeon. If you're an ice caves enjoyer, you're gonna actually see other people there now instead of it being mostly empty, and I think overall it could be a good change. The problem is they just need to make the map good. So like right now, my problem with the ice caves is, like, you queue up, okay, there's these ice skeletons, they have more health for some reason than a normal skeleton, and they slow you when they hit you, and there's like 5 billion of them, and there's a billion kobolds, and then when you hit a kobold and it gets low, it calls over his kobold buddies across the room and they start hitting you as well. Like, what is going on this map, bro? So I don't know what's up with that, but I think if ice caves just was changed, like the mobs in it, or the mob density or something like that, I don't think it would be as bad. I mean, the loot's good there. Maybe we need like a floor 1 boss on the ice caves. We need like something, I don't know. But yeah, I think overall, if their goal is to reduce the amount of queues, which clearly it was with this change, I think, you know, this could be a step in the right direction. We'll see. The last thing that I want to mention is they changed the item rolls again. So we basically reverted to season 5. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was the season where, like, so you can get true damage on rings, necklace, cape, gloves. You can get movement speed only on the boots, and yeah, that's sort of the system. I don't want to explain every single item change, but you can see for yourself. We pretty much went back to season 5, which I don't even really mind. I didn't mind the items in season 5. I did mind when the items had no rolls or were just completely horrible, because I think that made the game extremely boring. So as long as they don't do that, I don't even really care what they do. Like how it is right now, I think it's fine. How it is before in the semi-wipe, once they ended up changing a little bit to not be completely boring, I think that was fine. As long as the items are worth grinding for in some way, like, in my opinion, I think it's fun. If they make the items completely worthless, I think that ruins the entire game. That's just my opinion. If you feel differently, that's fine, but that's the way I see it. And yeah, also the first 2 weeks of the semi wipe are solo self-found, which makes it fun because, yeah, even though they didn't really add any new content, just being SSF and it being a wipe is kind of fun for me. I'll probably play for the first like 2 weeks, but Silk Song is coming out soon, so yeah, as soon as that comes out, I'm out of here, to be honest, until the actual wipe when they add real content. So the question is, should you play the semi wipe? My opinion, if you just want to play the game and you're bored, maybe, but if you're excited for new content, hell no. They didn't add anything. So yeah, I mean, it's up to you guys, you know. whatever you think. For those of you who are going to be playing the semi wipe and you're a rogue main like me, this is the build I've been rocking. So I played with this for like 7 or 8 hours once the semi wipe started, and these are the items that I ended up with. So I snowballed pretty hard. I actually don't think I died once running this build, and I've been rocking Rapier with double jump. So Rapier got buffed. It got, I believe, 1 weapon damage added onto it at every single rank, which might not seem like a lot, but sometimes a small change is all something needs to become viable again. And yeah, basically, I think the Rapier is good right now because if you run double jump, you can jump above people and you can headshot them with the Rapier. And, you know, after the limb changes, that's like really huge because it's 200% headshot multiplier. And they're going to be hitting your feet, which does like no damage because you're above them. So just for that reason, like it's really good. A lot of fights, you jump above someone, you're headshotting them, they're hitting your feet, you're just dealing way more damage than them. But also it's nice because you can pair it with a lantern, which I don't know when, but it was somewhat recently they gave lantern an innate movement speed bonus. And because of this, you also can get stat rolls on the lantern. So what happens is a lot of people look at like the short sword. Let me see if I have a short sword lying around. A purple one. I think I do, yeah. So I have a purple short sword right here, 27 damage, right, base. This is 25. It might look like, you know, why would you ever use Rapier over short sword when short sword has better damage? But the reason is you can't equip a lantern with a short sword. So even though this is 27 damage and minus 15 movement speed, this Rapier is basically 26 damage with minus like 11 or 12 movement speed, depending on what rarity of lantern you have. And it's actually even better than that because, you know, my lantern's purple, so you have more rolls than just the weapon damage in the MS. So yeah, I think like right now, honestly, I would say Rapier's probably just straight up better than short sword because you can pair the lantern with it. And with the damage buff, I mean, it's dealing, you know, a decent amount of damage. Combine that with double jump and you can just be a menace in the dungeon right now. So I've been having fun with it. This is my overall build. I run traps and locks because it's solo self-found. I don't want to use lockpicks. I don't want to have to like find them, craft them. It's just annoying. Double jump, of course. Poison weapon, always good. And jokester. And then I'm running cutthroat and weak point. If you're just starting out and you don't have that much gear, I would drop weak point for rupture probably and go rupture and cutthroat. Or you can go rupture and weak point. I mean, depending on what you're running into if there's a lot of fighters. But yeah, that's the build. I had some good gameplay with this build today, and I'm gonna throw it up on the screen. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace. He was looking for a door.
Heal up with it.
Whoa. The bard. That definitely missed. Kapachungus, deluxe version. Awkward. Hear a battle.
What up, big dog?
Hey, dude. You just kill someone? Wait, what? Who did you just kill? Where's the loot? Oh, it's right there. What's up?
I think me and a big dog.
Yeah, what can I do? If I walk in, I'm...
Got me some love bots for me. Bro! Come on!
Bro. Let me see what kind of loot we got here. I'm looting up, bro.
Do my shit?
Yeah. I can't even, like, bro, how does he ever die? No counterplay. Okay. What the fuck? This is what I mean, bro. How can you boss? Now I third party him. Wait, move it. A unique felling axe. I will not be picking that up, sadly. Wait, this guy was geared, what? Crap. Props, bro.